Pixelkin.
Alright, so if you're super savvy, you might have noticed it's been like 2 months since E3. I guess I got home and I didn't want to film anymore. However, I thought the world still needed to know what I played on day 3 of E3, and if I liked those things, if I liked them at all, and why. Without further ado, let me illuminate the events of day 3. Literally all week I had been trying to play Splatoon, but the lines were always so long. So day 3, I sucked it up, I got in line, and totally worth it. Splatoon is one of the upcoming games from Nintendo. It's a team third-person shooter game where instead of firing bullets, you're firing paint, and you're trying to cover as much surface in your team's color as you can. The characters are these adorable squid people. I have to say this is one of a few games that has made me plan to buy a Wii U on Black Friday this year. I've never owned a Nintendo system, but between this and Mario Kart 8 and Super Mario 3D World and then the upcoming Zelda game, plus Yoshi's Woolly World, yeah, I'm getting a Wii U. So I love this game because I think it'll be great for families to play together. I think it'll be great for friends to play together. It has all the hand-eye coordination and excitement and adrenaline of a shooting game, but without, killing people. And it doesn't really feel like a gimmick either. The whole concept comes together really well. Cute, colorful squid people, paintball guns. It just works. I'm looking forward to Splatoon coming out in early 2015, conveniently after Black Friday 2014. Second best game of the day, Night in the Woods by Infinite Fall. Night in the Woods is about a 20-something cat named May who comes back to her small hometown after dropping out of college. This game did something I've actually never seen done before. All the characters speak exactly like you would imagine a super smart, sassy, disillusioned young adult would speak, and it doesn't feel stilted or unnatural at all. Somehow they wrote just really good, natural-sounding dialogue that's hilarious. This is no easy task. In Night in the Woods, May runs around her hometown getting in trouble with her friends and dealing with the existential angst that comes with being 20 and not knowing what you're doing in your life. She's not really happy in her life, and she deals with it by being sarcastic and kind of self-destructive. But it's clear that she also really cares about her friends. Some of them are moving away after school, and she doesn't really know what to do knowing that they're leaving home and she's staying behind. I really want to see more of this game. I think it'll be really, really popular with teenagers. Like I said, it doesn't really feel fake or overdone even though it's about cartoon animals, and it deals with some emotional themes that basically all young people go through. And it does it without being condescending, which is probably the most important thing. Basically, keep an eye out for Night in the Woods coming in 2015 to PC, Mac, and PS4. The last game I'll talk about today came out on August 5th. It's called Road Not Taken, and it's by Spry Fox. Road Not Taken is a roguelike about a robed, tiny wizard character who ends up in a strange town and starts rescuing the children that the townsfolk inexplicably send into the frozen, dangerous forest to collect berries every year. Roguelike means all the levels are procedurally generated, which means none of them are the same, and every time you die you have to start over at the beginning, or if you're lucky, at a checkpoint. The wizard character levitates objects and throws them to open pathways through the forest. But you only have so much energy, and every time you walk while levitating something, you lose a bit of it, and if you lose all of it, you die. So it becomes this balancing act of whether you can afford to rescue that child, or whether you're just gonna have to leave them to freeze to death. You wouldn't know it, but this game is super cute. I actually really love the art, and that's what drew me to the game in the first place. It's cartoonish, but also whimsical and kind of creepy. Since I am filming this after the release of the game, you can also know that it's getting really good reviews right now. So basically, I was right to love it 2 months ago. Road Not Taken is out for PC and PS4, and it's also coming out on the PS Vita in the fall. My major takeaway from the conference as a whole is that there was a lot of ad space and floor space devoted to what we stereotypically think of as games. Shooty, beardy man games. And I don't mind that. However, there's a reason I spent most of my time with Nintendo's games and with Sony's indie games. There are a ton of games coming out over the next few years that are really innovative, really fun to play, and could also be considered family games. And I define family games as whatever you think is appropriate for you and your family. For example, if you're playing an M-rated game with your family and it sparks a conversation about world politics or the nature of violence, congrats, that's great. That's your definition of a family game. But the games here that were the most interesting to me were the ones that turned expectations on their head. Splatoon, a shooting game that doesn't have violence. Road Not Taken, which is literally about children dying. but it makes you think about the choices we make in life and what we prioritize in what little time we have. I think that's really cool. Alright, thank you for sticking with it for 2 months. Next up on my convention list is PAX Prime. I'll actually be doing 3 panels on Sunday, August 31st. I'm hosting the Pixelkin panel at 8:30 p.m. It's called Gatekeeping in Digital Fantasies, and it's all about representation in video games. That was a mouthful. Stop by if you want to say hi, and don't forget to rate this video and like it and comment and share it with all of your friends. Bye!